My name is Paul Hayes. I'm the director of Last Shot Redemption. I'm also the artistic director of GAFTV Theatre Company, who are putting on the production in collaboration with Chrysalis Dance Company. There isn't any such thing as a conventional sequel in theatre, in that think of a play and then think of a sequel to it. There's no such thing as The Field 2 or Philadelphia, Here I Come, the sequel. So basically, why this is kind of a sequel is it's set in the same place. This church, St. Nicholas's Church in Galway in today's time. That's really where the similarities begin and end. It's also like the first one, I suppose, a dance and theatre show put together. There's a lot of companies in Ireland doing dance theatre, but I don't think there's very many companies doing theatre dance. The difference being a lot of dance theatre will be about 70% dance and 30% theatre. With these shows, it's the other mix. It's 70% a play with characters, narrative, fully dramaturg script. There just happens to be 30% of dancing in it. The writer repeats an awful lot of information in the play because he knows that only about 80% of the dialogue is actually going to be completely heard by the audience because of the echo effect. But the way he's written it, I think, even if you miss a little bit, you're still going to get the overall meaning of each of the characters' journeys. You need a writer to be writing for this space. You can't just get a play and put it on here because you will lose it entirely. Another aspect that St. Nicholas has given us that some other churches that I've looked at haven't is the idea that we can promenade around it. So we go to 4 different spaces here. So the play begins in the graveyard, continues on through the chancel, into the altar and finishes at the baptismal font. You wouldn't have that kind of space in a smaller church.
As soon as you read a script, you have a very definite idea in your head of how a scene should unfold. And from the choreographer's point of view, the writer Colin was very specific in the script as to what he saw happening during the choreographic moments. Obviously not telling the choreographer exactly how to do it, as it were, but the ideas he had, how it would be plot-driven, because all of the choreography is plot-driven also. The story continues. The
whole play is based around an angel who has been frozen in time here for 200 years in St. Nicholas's Church. And he gets unfrozen now to try to find a way to earn his wings to get back to heaven. Not unlike It's a Wonderful Life, that kind of story. Is it contemporary, is it classical? It's an out-and-out comedy. It's not something you would ever see 200 years ago. So I suppose it's kind of a bit tongue-in-cheek in its references to times gone by. But yes, it's very much of today. And you have that kind of duck out of water thing that you see in lots of films and plays of, an angel from 200 years ago doesn't know what an iPhone is. An iPhone becomes a major part of the play. There's quite a few gags on that. It's completely contemporary.
It is I who have released thee.
By providence divine, from heaven you have come?
Yes. Oh, be careful, Gadriel. You are weak.
How long have I been here in prison?
200 years have you been cast in stone afoot this plinth.
200 years?
Take but one draught of this elixir, this liquid bottle.